His words were honey-covered daggers parading around like Cupid's arrow. So every time he spoke, he pierced my soul. His touch were sweet vibrations of unused vocal cords. I guess he was finally smart enough to realize anything spoken would be too damaging to my ears, and he danced like 1,000 broken promises neither one of us had the right to commit to in the first place, but for some reason or another, I could never fall into his rhythm. But when he smiled, it made me doubt my belief in monotheism, because when he flashed it in my direction, I knew his hair had been kissed by a sun god, his eyes the sky, skin by a lunar goddess, and lips crafted by someone who wanted to make Aphrodite question her judgment about Adonis. And he tasted like 1,000 first loves, fleeting yet never lasting, forcing his flavor to permeate on my tongue. I guess that's why I have this bitter feeling even when I swallow sweet nothings. And he smelled like hope and commitment issues, understanding and good excuses. Or maybe it was just me, because when I went out, I was the only one who seemed to see the ice forming underneath his feet every time he took a step at my side. Too much heat between our locked palms. I was never good at hiding the way I felt. And then again, maybe he wasn't either. Sometimes he was my treaty of Tordesillas, neither one of us knowing exactly what we were claiming when we broke each other apart. And other times he was my Christopher Columbus, mistaking me for some familiar land, only looking in the wrong direction. And when he finally turned his head, his goodbye was unrequited. And still, I said farewell. It wasn't for me, because now I'm still left waiting for someone to discover me. Not like Columbus, more like Vespucci. I want someone to realize I'm a different land altogether, and still want to take time to take claim, write his name across my heart in a way that I'll always remember, and he'll have no option but to. Someone who dances like rainbows, speak words of melted gold, and doesn't treat the daggered scars in my soul like deserts or chasms not meant to be crossed. Someone who smiles like they keep losing their religion only to find it again in me. Someone who laughs and breathes oxygen in my lungs every time I forget how to breathe. And no, I don't want to be some princess waiting in some tower for some prince daring to come and rescue me, but it's the only option I have left after being this brave, made people pile bricks around me. And in a situation like this, I can't help but wonder what life would be like if that wolf in that story with those 3 little pigs just had a little more oxygen in his lungs, a little more desperation in his bones. I can't help but wonder if in a world like this, villains would rescue damsels just to laugh at the prince's efforts, leaving girls like me confused on who to trust, hoping a kiss or 2 or 3 might help us tell them apart. But in the back of my mind, I think I've always hoped I've known what true love looks like, laughs like, cries like, smiles like. In the back of my mind, I think I've always known true love look a lot like you. Just waiting for you to realize it.